I'm doing another video, and today I am back with Project Tercel. And so what I'm going to do today is, as you can see, the tires have been replaced. The reason I didn't do a video on this was because there was a little bit of problem with fitment issues, and also the rims and tires that are on that car over there were supposed to be on this car, except the rims were ordered wrong, and they looked better on that car than they did this, which I'll show you a picture of them on the car right now. But I didn't really like them, so I put them on that car and kept the original ones and put white lettered BFG tires on them. So I drove a little bit in the dirt, so I need to armor all them as well as my bumpers. I already washed the car, and then we will get on with the rest of the video. So now that the car looks half decent, there's good news and bad news. Good news, everyone. Now, so that right there is the trunk and spoiler from a Red Hawk Tercel. I walked into a junkyard planning on getting just random parts for the cars and, extra pieces that aren't very expensive that I can put away for a while. My stockpile's over there. Anyway, so I went to the junkyard and I happened to see a red Tercel, and I thought, wow, that's a black Red Hawk, and walked over and sure enough it was. So I have a trunk and a spoiler. The bad news is, tonight I'm going to have to take the Tercel to the mechanic because it's doing this. Basically, you start the car and it runs perfectly fine, except when you rev it, it squeaks. And when you turn the wheel, the steering wheel, you can hardly turn it and it makes a bunch of noise. And that's because, for whatever reason, when you turn the wheel, this belt stops spinning. And when you rev the engine, it slips. So either the belt tension is completely off, or a bearing in this pulley, or that one down there is seized and will not let the belt spin freely. So now, the only way to steer the car without dying is actually if the car's moving. If you actually have the car moving, then it prevents the belt from seizing up, and you could steer it perfectly fine if it's moving. But otherwise, when it's sitting still, you can't steer it. So we're going to drive it very carefully because the mechanic is only a mile away. And they're going to look at it and see if it's a belt or if it's a bearing and fix the problem. So, yeah, we're about to take it there. So I had to leave the car at the mechanic overnight. This video right here is just filler so that I can speak. But this is when I went to get the tires put on the car. But we left it at the mechanic overnight. They said that you can just leave it there and they know what to do with it in the morning. So I left it over there in the night. And I'm going to cut to tomorrow when it's at the mechanic, and we'll see what the deal is. So here it is. I left it overnight, and we'll see what happens. So I got the car back, and here's the results. Belt tension. That's all it was. It wasn't putting enough tension on the power steering pump and it making it not working. And, I have no idea why the belt tension got thrown off. Sometimes I wonder why things happen to cars. But anyways, since this happened, this video is actually about 2 weeks late, but since that's happened, I've cleaned the throttle plate, which has made the car idle a lot smoother. It just runs a lot better. There's my towel full of carbon deposits from 400,000 miles of never cleaning the throttle plate. And I've added a couple Toyota stickers, like this one here, and the best thing that I've done to this car, tachometer. I'm glad I did it because the car never came with one from the factory. So, I'm pretty glad I have one now, and I wired it myself with Vrill's help. He held the flashlight while I hooked it up. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions. And also consider hitting that subscribe button to give you updates on when I make these videos. So anyways, guys, thanks. It really helps me out, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.